Unisa is calling on staff and students to get vaccinated. It has implemented an on-campus COVID-19 antigen rapid testing and vaccination program. Unisa's Vice Chancellor, Prof Puleng LenkaBula, shares her vision for the institution with us as she unpacks Unisa's readiness for the academic year and the compulsory vaccination of staff and students. She joins us now. Good afternoon, Professor. Thank you so much for your time. What is the broad overall state of readiness for this academic year?
Thank you, Anli. The university is ready. We actually commenced our academic year on the 3rd of January with the registration in multimodal approaches happening. So those who do not have technological platforms or environments to register online, they come to the university and we assist them. And those who are able to do it anywhere they are in the world, because we are a university that exists everywhere in the world, they therefore use the digital platforms to register. We are also having our supplementary examinations, as well as excitement about, we are re-energized about starting the academic year. There are key 3 areas of importance that we need to emphasize. Precisely because of the pandemic, there is a requisite need to ensure that the wellness and well-being of our staff and students is ascertained. And therefore, we've instituted vaccination points to ensure that the optimum participation by our staff is enhanced. The second part is that precisely because it has been exactly 2 years or over that some of the staff or students may not have seen each other, the right thing to do, the ethical thing to do, is to ensure that we are vaccinated. And if we are not vaccinated, we have to prove that in the rapid test that we would have taken, or any other test, COVID test that has been taken, that we are not going to be exposing staff, students, and stakeholders to COVID-19. We would like this year to be a successful year. Our vision is to ensure that the 10 catalytic niche areas of research, energy, aviation and aeronautics and others are catapulted. But we also want student success, because when we joined the university, one of the critical challenges was the high attrition levels of the students. And we would like to ensure that we stop that in 2022 and have the best outputs, including in research, engaged scholarship, and the quality of teaching and learning in a transforming university system through COVID, but also the 4.0 industrialization that many call fourth industrial revolution.
Professor, in a hybrid setting where many of your students and staff access the learning platforms only digitally, can you tell us more specifically what vaccine policy you've put in place for those staff and students who do access campuses? And is that only applicable to those students and staff who physically engage with each other on campus environments across the country?
Yes, Anli. Those who physically encounter or access our physical environments are the ones that we require to have some semblance, or if not evidence, of either vaccination or a test that demonstrates that they are not going to expose their colleagues or their candidates. But we are part of the higher health strategy. We also gave opportunities to our staff with momentum so that they could vaccinate at a point where not many people were doing so. And we're grateful that our partnership with Higher Health, the Department of Higher Education, has enabled us to ensure that those who are on campus must get the requisite vaccinations. And we encourage that for a country such as ours, which requires higher education as a lever for transforming society, that university staff and students, being 35% of the higher education sector, must protect each other, must ensure the success of the academic project, but must ensure that we don't just speak about COVID-19, but our research, the research that we're doing with MinTech around rapid testing or what will happen in the aftermath of COVID-19 must be a resource for other institutions, but also for the global arena. And therefore, when we think about COVID-19, its impact, we're also looking at the socio-political, socio-economic, and how it is accelerating the digital divide, but also the divide in the demographic of our students and our staff. And therefore, we've made measures to ensure that the students are supported with data. We've also ensured that the access to devices and to devices for staff is accelerated. So this is to ensure that the cohorts that work from home are able to still be productive and optimum, but those that are on campus are also have the availability and the support to do what they should be doing. And Anli, because we are 35% of the higher education system, it is very important, we owe it to society to ensure that we are functional, that we do not have any systems or measures or conduct that disables the academic project, in order that our society, particularly reeling from the challenges of COVID, where majority of people would have lost jobs or would have lost hope, that we should be an anchor for the reimagination of South Africa's economic, political, and social system through knowledge, engaged scholarship, and our research, and therefore ensure that the quality of participation, of teaching, and of work at Unisa is not deterred. And when it's deterred, we must take the requisite decisions that help us to ensure that the university is successful. We have not been in good books in the media for some conduct that's not acceptable by some within our university, and we need to ensure that we eradicate negative perceptions, but instead enrich the perspectives and the views of the publics around the quality of citizens that we produce. President Mandela is our alumni. President Ramaphosa is our alumni. Great scientists such as the professor who has been leading the COVID systems, Professor Abdul Salim, is our alumni, and so is his wife. So this university has produced the best citizens in the world.
Professor, I do apologize. I have to jump in there. A list of very reputable, highly acclaimed South Africans there. We wish you all the best for the academic year. That was Professor Puleng LenkaBula, the Vice Chancellor of Unisa, telling us a little bit more about their vaccine policy and the academic year ahead.